How to quit smoking. The big billboard of Los Angeles displays to the passers-by the casualty caused due to smoking has not drawn your attention. Then perhaps you have been influenced by some very sensational relationship, or your house physician, or maybe even some ghastly advertisement has triggered you to quit smoking. Experts find some sudden incidental outcome or emotional outburst to be the key triggering event for quitting smoking. S equals set a quit date. T equals tell family, friends, and coworkers that you plan to quit. A equals anticipate and plan for the challenges you'll face while quitting. R equals remove cigarettes and other tobacco products from your home, car, and work. T equals talk to your doctor about getting help to quit. Now let us define the steps in our own way. First of all, you must be aware of the triggering event of your life, which has propelled you to take a decision to quit smoking. You must be sensitive to this, as this will change your life in the long run, like being reborn yet again. What we suggest you only announce your plan to a specific near or dear person. Again, we suggest that there is no alternative to a sudden outburst. So, maybe due to a very close and emotional ambiance you have decided to throw the cigarette from the grip of the fingers, maybe half finished, or maybe after the last puff. Please, for God's sake, don't worry about wasting the rest of the packet. The money you are losing for the leftover cigarette is really negligible to the amount you are going to save in the forthcoming days because of your revolutionary decision. The coolest way of taking a decision and announcing it to public involves the risk of postponing the date even for trifle incidents. Remember, there are many people who will advise you not to leave smoking, might be because of jealousy or even for fear of isolation due to losing a smoking partner. The only positive side of such an announcement is that it may build up an additional pressure on you for keeping up commitments. In an ambiance where the majority are smokers, who will remind you about your commitments, and your chance of being ashamed due to the failure of commitment goes mostly unnoticed. So, we advise you to take random decisions. The online edition of BBC News reports that researchers at University College London interviewed more than 1,900 smokers and ex-smokers about their attempts to quit and found that 2/3 of smokers who stopped suddenly succeeded for at least 6 months, compared to under half of those who planned it in detail. Another very important issue is the solace that the smoker derives from the people at large. They become more interested to justify why they had started smoking, as if this is the key answer to the burning question of why they are continuing to smoke. Here we want to state very clearly that smoking is a bad habit, and at times one smokes just for the sake of the habit even without enjoying it. We have even encountered people who had come up with very generic replies like, "Just like that," to the daunting question, "Why do you smoke?" However, you may have thrown the unfinished cigarette or the half-filled packet in a most romantic manner. What happens after that? Your companion for so long, named nicotine, will never leave you so easily, because nicotine spreads its cast on the central nervous system, upsetting the entire body system. You will undergo psychological effects, becoming restless to get back at it again. If you go to a doctor or to a counselor immediately after quitting smoking, he will not only help you, but also guide you for the future course of action, as well as apply the right medicine, if required. If you can pass a couple of hours without being lured to the cigarette corner shop, we feel you have won the game. Why don't you attempt to visit a recreation hall or a movie while your immediate resolution bears fruit? You may also like to go to a non-smoking restaurant with your dear one to pass some time. Once the evening comes, you go back home without buying a cigarette and try to take control over your restless mindset, rather jump onto the bed. Please try to avoid roaming around in the balcony, where even yesterday you had been with a cigarette. Some people have got the habit of keeping a good stock of cigarette even at home or office, thinking of rainy days. If you fall in the group of such pragmatic people, please do not forget to throw away all the stock to the dustbin immediately after entering into your bedroom. Get convinced that creating a stock tomorrow again will hardly take any time, but let me give it a try at least till tomorrow morning. It has been noticed that smokers love to see the smoke better than the flame. They will not smoke inside a completely dark room because they just want to see the rings of smoke going up. As per Vasudevan Namboothiri, vice principal of the Government Ayurveda College, Tiruvananthapuram, reported on The Hindu on May 31, 2004. You need to decide which one you like, the flame or the fumes. If the cigarette burns, you only can see the rings of the smoke, but if the flame burns in your inner world, then everybody can watch the rings, because the stored energy will come out and is sure to be reflected around you. Let the morning bring fresh air in your life, and you find your new life with the sunshine at dawn. We guarantee the dizzy feeling will go away and you will get the inspiration from the sun, who ultimately energizes your body and mind. Take a deep breath. Remember, the morning sun is treated as an amazing system of cure in energy therapy like Ayurveda, Qigong, etc. Heliotherapy and chromopathy are the two very prevailing curing system in Rome, which has witnessed one of the oldest civilization when most of the top-notch countries of today's world were in their infancies. Taste the natural energy level, maybe even after 20 long years. Wish you all the best.